Derek. Stephen Choir, you better not earthquake retire Wendy's fast food restaurant. If you do, you'll walk the plank with Cookie the Clown. Understood?
Cullen rock. The telephone rock. Operator says hello. Who is this customer line? What do you mean by calling me up on bothering?
Ernie, Quo, Big Bird, Daryl, Darius, Yankedu 5000, Gage, Cook, Stephen Choir says telephone rock bothering operator 3 times. An operator says listen if you young scallywags.
Don't stop bothering me. I guess I'm gonna call the police. And he said to police, there they are, officer. There are the whippersnappers that have been calling me up.
Ernie, Mr. Johnson gonna get execution zap or drown him in the water to death. We gonna have a funeral for Clark first, then execution him, put him in jail 34 years, shame on him. I was so scared, luckily I wasn't seriously hurt, thank God. I would like to see him getting fried on the electric chair or jump off the plank and dive in water to death.
Sesame Street women. Well, I want to order a burger fries at Sonic, but I find Mr. Johnson punched, kicked and drilled his heart to death. He should get arrested for 34 years, shock him to death on the electric chair, or take him to pirate ship to walk the plank and dive in deep water to death.
Mr. Duper, what's wrong with Mr. Johnson? He gotta get freed on the electric chair to death for killed the clerk. Broke his PC and ice cream machine that costs $1,000.302.
Here I'm back at the Sonic, where I'm joined by 2 guests, Mr. Johnson and police officer. Is there anything you want to say to us about his execution time after Clerk's funeral?
Officer, yes, Mr. Johnson didn't get in Sesame Street people. Others didn't get what him and they wanted in cause of this. He killed the Sonic clerk, broke the PC and ice cream machine. He's gonna get arrested behind bars for 34 years. Tied him on the electric chair to death at the funeral and made him look like you get a girlfriend. It was crazy.
Mr. Johnson, but officer, I'm sorry, it was my fail. I didn't get on Sesame Street gets for lunch on the go to Hawaii. But now I'm grounded, cut my hair and shock me die.
I told him I am really sorry I broke the PC and ice cream machine by poop down the yuck. That's gross and punched, kicked and drilled his heart to die. Now I'm grounded.
Now as you can see, Mr. Johnson and Officer has been made fun of us, and Mr. Johnson crying cause he in Sesame Street and others didn't get what he either burgers and fries.
Don't worry, sir, we're going to funeral for Clark at church, then police department for his executed to death. He will be more grounded. Let's go right now.
Welcome to Clark's funeral. You can't see me, I'm video camera. So we will have a farewell to loving man that worked at Sonic Restaurant and play the first Noel song, one at a time.
Mr. Hooper, I love you, man. Miss this very sweet man. He always do order our meals at fast food job well. Done a very blessing, pay our money and other things, and I really friend you.
Mr. Johnson, I really miss him so much. I hope I see him in heaven. He is kind, but I killed him, punched and kicked his leg and stabbed him with a drill right his heart to death.
Mr. Hooper, Mr. Johnson, that was the worst speech to Clark. 1,000 people watching GNM News and 234 people's watching the funeral, and you asshole Sesame Street's naughty man.
Let's go to the police station right now and forget it to finish the funeral. Shame on you, motherfucking Sesame Street man. That was the worst behavior I ever seen. You pissed me off.
This is Lawrence Dawson to GNN News with a special report. The report is that Sesame Street Mr. Johnson are going to be executed. He kicked, punched and drilled clerk's heart. Officer Paul or Mr. Hooper or Maria will shave his hair and prepare his execution, put him jail for 6 hours before that they will eat fast food at Sesame Street or kitchen.
Luis Rodriguez, I would like to see him fried in the electric chair. There are Sesame Street peoples inside cheering for his upcoming execution. Yes, they all set to die.
Mr. Johnson, wow, I don't want to die shocked to death. I wanted to go to Hawaii with them if I do the execution at Hawaii police station. Officer, Mr. Johnson, how could you do something so foolish? Punching, kicking, drill a hole in clerk's heart to death. Your foolishness is what caused all of these problems. Officer, you stay in there for 6 minutes for time for execution. I will get you a Sonic food. Lucky you didn't damage it. Don't escape the jail. If you do, I will execute you.
Mr. Hooper, see you later, Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, Ludwig Van Cooper, can I go to Sonic Restaurant and eat in kitchen at police department or in the plane on way to Hawaii, please? I really wanted to go there.
Ludwig, okay Mr. Johnson, me and Oscar will take you there to Sonic fast food restaurant and come back here or go eat food in plane on the way to Hawaii vacation.
Officer, Mr. Johnson, why you out of jail to go to Sonic Restaurant? You want to eat here, kitchen or in plane anyway, and we will execute you in airport of Hawaii. I would like 14 burgers and 14 large fries, please, on the go, please, police kitchen or at way to Hawaii in plane. Okay, that's 14 fries and burgers. That will be $0.2587, please, to go airport or kitchen. Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy the flight to Hawaii.
Steven, Paul, I wanna watch a movie. Snoopy, come home please. We will be in it.
Paul. Yes, Steven, you may watch Snoopy Come Home.
Officer, I let Mr. Johnson walk the plank and dive in deep water to death. They do on Mr. Johnson. Lawrence Dawson, after he died in water for killed Clark to death.
Lawrence, officer, they will take his body to Hawaii Lake for not killed Clark to death. Go to graveyard, okay? That's all for the news. Sign off and enjoy the Hawaii vacation. Mr. Johnson, can you trust your babysit Gage, Steven, and Hot Pin WHLIE? We are going to Wendy's and see the movie Casper Goes to See Peanuts Nightmare. Mr. Hooper is watching you sell a single to 5,000. You can see the Electric Company 1971 with Larry, Devil Diesel, Tucker and Cooper. Don't go the other theater. See Bad Dream with us. Understood.
Tucker, I wanted to see Casper Go to Peanuts Nightmare in Sesame Street. Okay, I will be grounded and after the movie. Let's go and meet Yankadude, Couldn't and others there.
Devil Diesel, okay, we will see Casper Go to Peanuts Nightmare. You be in big trouble if couldn't see you all at theater.
Hot Pink ;11 tickets to see Casper Go See Peanuts Nightmare movie.
Okay, thank you. Enjoy the movie.
Casper, the friendly ghost, the friendliest ghost you know. Both grown-ups fight over him with fright, the children all love him so. He always says hello, and he's really glad to meet you, wherever he may go. He's kind to every living creature. Grown-ups don't understand why children love him the most, but kids all know that he loves them.